Mister, before the last game of the 2024, I think it's a perfect time to look back at the 4.5 months that you've been here for the second time, a longer period than the first episode. How was it, let's say, in general, different to the first one that you've been here?
Well, different on the, I would say, on the feelings. Second time when you come back to where been your home or where you've been previously, you are more sure about what you're gonna find, and that's why I was totally convinced to come back, because I know what I'm gonna find here. I'm gonna find the respect. I will find the calm to work. I will find someone to listen to me. So I find a lot of things that for sure are gonna make you happy. But this is the part of personally that for me this is the most important. Before to be football player, before to be your profession as a coach, first you are person, and this is the first step. And of course I was really happy the first time that I was here. We were together. Also a nice period, a nice start from the club. But it's true that it's not enough to know each other at the end. But okay, I participate in a small part. But for me, if you ask me what is the most beautiful part, is this one, this second. So as I said, as a person, I found what I expected. Totally happy with that, with the situation. So I appreciate all the people working in the club to make me feel happy, because if I'm happy, I can give my 200% about my knowledge as a coach. And then it's the second part, the most important. That's why we are in football. Well, we need results. We need to win. We need good scores, and we are on the way. We are on the way to find them. But the most important is that I believe and we believe on the way how we are working. I'm sure that we will find them, a better ones. But we are not magician at the end. Football is about, or to have the score is about many details, and we are working on it, and I'm sure we are on the correct way.
Do you think that perhaps, of course, there is no such thing as perfect timing, but the timing of your arrival, given that there was no preseason, 3 games already played, the timing, also the time necessary for your ideas, even though you knew a lot of the players here from the first episode here in Celja, do you think that maybe timing was just a bit unfortunate, given all the things that you wanted to implement in the team?
Well, I will say that I am a coach that I
because
need a
of the
little
schedule,
bit.
like qualifiers league, you travel, then.
Yeah, I'm a coach that needs a little bit time, because my ideas, to implement my ideas, to convince the player on the way how we play, needs a little bit time. I think all the philosophy of all the coach, all the ideas, but there are some that they are a little bit easier, because it's the way how the players, the most of the players, they play in their careers. No, if I'm coming in a system that 4-2-3-1, how the team was playing previously with me, if I play with the same system, probably the players with the close eye, they will understand. But all the coaches, we are different. And I'm a coach. I became a coach to make the thing that made me happy. I mean, that's the reason that I'm a coach, not to be like the others. If at the end you need to do on what you believe. So the way how we work, we need a little bit time. It's true that I knew them, I knew the player. That was my advantage, but they were in another moment. And again, I repeat, we came from another style, on another way how to play, and we needed time. If it was the correct. In football, I don't know when is the correct time, because even if you have a president, they will say you had a president and didn't work, and when you come late, it's because you came late. I don't like to regret. I'm not looking back. I'm never looking back if it was the good moment or bad moment. It's the moment that we came, and we are here to change the thing. We are here to win. We are here to be better than the opponents, and to enjoy on the way how we play. And this is my target, and just I'm looking forward.
After a bit of a turbulent time, players adapting to the old new coach, you successfully completed the objective of qualifying for the European competition. That was a big deal for the first time in history of the club. Was this one of your proudest moments, let's say, in your coaching career?
The proudest moment is still to come. Still yet to come. Never is enough. Never is enough. It's of course always has to be one time. It's the first time in the history of the club to get qualified in a group stage, on a league stage in this case, but it's never enough. So when you feel that you have done something nice, I'm already thinking on the next one. So I think this is the best way how to improve. Is the best way how you can go, or you can get motivated for the next. You know how I am sometimes after to reach some great scores, a great result, I'm not happy enough, because this is about the feelings that you have. When you feel that you can do more, I'm never satisfied. So I will not stop until I will reach this moment, and probably will never come this moment, because always I want more. But this is the motivation that I have, and as I said, proud that the things that we are doing or we are achieving together. But in football you cannot stop, and you just cannot think, oh, how good we did, because it's every 30 days for that you have a game, and you have to show again that you are the best.
What has been the biggest challenge in these 4.5 months? Was it maybe sometimes it felt like maybe a bit of a morale issue, coming from a big European game followed by a league game, that maybe you always say that you need to be motivated enough for the European game and for the league game, but for the first time dealing with such a schedule, like a very big game in front of 35,000 people, and then coming to the league game, maybe 200 people in an away game. Do you think this was one of the biggest challenges, or what would you say that it's been the biggest challenge?
Well, now that you mention, yeah, probably it's not easy for you, if all of us and the people that is listening now, the interview, listening this word, put your mind in this situation. You are playing against Betis, 40,000 people, and 3 days later you are playing against 250 people. It's not easy for the motivation, because this is the reality. It's like you are in a show, in a concert with 10,000 people in one concert, and then you will go to one concert that you came only 6 people, that maybe the group is not the same level. So it's not easy, but it's not the biggest. It's not the biggest, because I am always saying the same, this is my responsibility, one of the most important of the coaches, and I know how to do it. I know how to deal with this. They know that we will be in trouble if I see a group that is not motivated, because I'm giving a minimum average of 2 video meetings and 2 meetings with the players, about, especially more about this, of course, technical points and tactical points, but especially on motivation. I don't want that any player does the mistake that I did when I was a player, because for me it happened the same. I was coming from national team, the next game always I was playing bad. I knew that I needed to re-motivate double, because it happened with me. So to be mentally strong, but now we are talking about the group. But for me, the biggest challenge, not only as a team, because we are working together, I mean the club, is to change the mentality of this club. I don't want to hear that we are one team that is fighting for the championship. I want to hear that we are the team. Actually, we are the champions. Actually, we are fighting for the top 3, right? But I want this feeling that the club is not only fighting, is the club respected on this way, that we are at the, maybe not historically yet, because this we're going to need many years, but starting from recent years, and especially this year and in the future, that we are at the same level like Olympia and Maribor. And then we will see the generation change, the player change. So 1 year will be better for one, another year will be, but I want this. I want this mentality. And this is not only to say, no, we will have next year, we'll have better players. No. This is change from the fans, this is change from the president, this is change from the people that is working in the club, to have this mentality to be big. Because, and I will tell you how, when I was a player, and I was feeling that I can do it, I feel strong, I feel fast, I feel that I can jump more than my opponent. It was a nice battle. When I was feeling, oh, no, this player is bigger than me, is faster than me, I cannot dribble him, that game, I cannot, it's impossible that my duel, I will not beat my duel personally, individually, even if football is collective, but collective is about every individual player need to win his battle, duel in the pitch. So you need to feel this, you need to have this emotion and this personality and character to feel. So that's why I'm saying we need, as a club, we need to think bigger. Also the fans, they need to think bigger, to want more, and all together. I know that this atmosphere will create that this club gonna go in the correct way.
It seemed like in these 4.5 months, Celja looked the best when it came up against an opponent that wanted to play football. In the European games against Başakşehir, Celja looked great. Against Betis, that wanted to play football in a positive way, Celja looked great. Celja had problems against the team. I don't want to say that they don't want to play football, but they sat behind, didn't create a lot, and they just waited and defended in a low block. Do you think that this was one of the problems, because, let's say, of the Robin Hood giving away points to the little teams, but taking points from the big games?
Okay, to explain the situations, why it's happening, the first one that I will say is that this year we were and I accepted that we were inferior than the opponent against Vitoria Guimarães. That's the only game that we were inferior. My responsibility as a coach, I said many times, is to be superior than the opponent. If you are superior, you're going to create more chances than the opponent. You will be closer to the box of the opponent, so to have chances. But at the end, this game is about to score. You can create, recently we create 26 chances against one team that create 5. They score 2 goals, we score 2 goals. So 26 against 5, but the result to 2. Of course it happened. That's why it's beautiful, this game. That's why it can happen everything. That's why we need to play the game, because not always the favorite wins. But we need to play our style. We need to play on our way and believe this is the best way. But we need to be effective. Of course, we need to be more effective. This game is about to score more than the opponent and to concede less than the opponent. So we are working on it. And as you said, when we have an opponent that it's a bit, or playing more face to face, a little bit more open, I will not say that is easier, because for me the game, how I look the games after is about if the opponent they've been better than us, because I believe if you are better than the opponent, you have more possibilities to win the game. So I repeat again, we were only inferior in all this part of the season against one team. That they were superior to us, they beat us. So if the rest we were better than the opponent, we should win all the game. But it's not like this in football, because doesn't exist mathematically everything. But keep insisting, and of course against the teams that they are playing with a low block, we need to improve, we need to do better. And that's why also I take the responsibility. That's why I'm saying always I am the responsible. That's why I'm trying to find buttons to play better. I can advance that. I already think in a little bit another little bit different way how to play against these kind of teams and these situations. And that's why I have a job. You want me to have a job because I need to improve the players. So I think I found also one way a little bit that will help us to play against these teams. Against a low block, and or especially already on Thursday, because we expect that they will be a little bit on low block or medium block, so to be better.
You mentioned Europe, 4 points after 4 games, but I think the most important thing here is the context, because I feel that the context, maybe even in the media, is missing regarding the opponents. On average, Celja's opponents already have more than 9 points in the league phase, 47 points from 5 games altogether. This is a points tally that will already qualify you for the next round of the competition. Champion of Poland, Vitoria Guimarães fighting for the Champions League places in Portugal, Betis fighting for Europe in Spain, and Celja, if we put aside the Vitoria game, Celja against all of the opponents, even in Cyprus, was not inferior.
No. That's what I'm saying, that we show and we prove that we can compete against everyone. But as you said, the reality, but there are things that we cannot control. The draw was not the best for us, but it is like it is for the rest of the team. But it's true that we face total budget of over 350 million euro in Europe, as you said. You mentioned all the teams that we are playing against, and this is on what we have to fight. But we are not complaining, because when you are in Europe, you want to fight also against the good teams, and to know where are your capacities also, where is your level. So I think we did quite good, because as I'm always saying, never enough, because the result they could do better. But with our possibilities, we need to understand also, and to know and to be honest with our possibilities against these teams. But we did great. Still is another game to play, and we're gonna need these 3 points to get qualified. And what is done on the draw, we cannot. This is not in our hands. But we need to understand that it was a really tough group that we had, and we tried our best.
Do you think the final grade for this first half of the season will depend on this last game on Thursday?
Well, it's the most important. At the end, the last picture, that is the celebration or the qualification moment, that you are in the nest. Probably, of course, you will think, you can think, or you can remember how we came the point, but at the end is, or you are in or you are out. So that's why it's so important. It doesn't matter against who is the opponent or not. Is you're going to be in the top 24, or you won't be in the next 24. So we want to be in. And on the paper we are playing against the easiest team. But this doesn't matter, because at the end you have to play all the games. It could be the first game, and now is it the last game. But the most important is that we will be in the picture. This is the picture, that you will be in the top 24. How you came? Playing fantastic games at home, that we play against Jagiellonia. That could happen everything. We could lose, but we draw. But also we could win against Başakşehir. We play a fantastic game in Betty. That could be another result. But in football, if or what it could be, that I don't like to mention. The same like word lucky. I don't believe on coincidences. So we have to do better. I'm sure that in the future we will do better, and next Thursday we will get these 3 points to be in the top 24. That is the target of the club.
Okay, so let's say we finish the 2024 with the picture of the qualification for the next round. What is your vision for this team in 2025?
Well, then we will see against we're gonna face. No limits. Again, I repeat: if you want to dream big, if you want to always think big, and to be big in football, it has to be like this. We will fight for the next round that we will face. We will see against who. Never being scared, never, face to face. As we said, we show that we can face against any opponent. And we will see without limited. When you know that you are limited, that you know that you are smaller than the opponent, when you know that you are putting some barriers, I mean, starting from yourself, then it's difficult to progress. So, as I said, this is the message to the club. This is the message from myself, starting from me, but everyone in the club to progress on this way. We don't have limits. We will see until when or until where we will reach. But this club needs to improve every single year, and I am totally committed, totally out of what is happening in the exterior. I am not listening to anyone, because I know that I want to be in this project. I will not make any moment without at least to try what we want to reach. That is this qualification for Champions League next one. But for this, we need to finish in Europe this year, finishing good the Conference League as high as possible, to win the league, to fight next June or next when starting the qualification for Europe, and to leave this club where it deserves to be. And this is what I have in my mind. I am very committed to this project, and I am trying to give my 200%.